The Motorcycle Monster is brought to you by the MRA. Whether it's motorcycle insurance, roadside assistance, or motorcycle training, the MRA can save you hundreds. Remember, help is on the way with MRA. At the recent Artistry and Iron show in Las Vegas, many of the world's top builders were available for interviews. One of the most personable, and I might say also one of the top talents, was Bryan Fuller of Fuller Hot Rods, located in Atlanta. Bryan came to motorcycles from the automobile world after completing college and coming to the realization that a job that didn't feed his passion for automobiles and motorcycles probably wouldn't work.
Had a real job. I hated it. I looked at my watch all day. And so I decided, I really want to do what I love, and that was building cars and motorcycles.
After that became clear, Bryan opted to add to his training in his chosen gearhead field by furthering his education in the automotive industry.
So I picked everything up and I went to Wyoming Tech and went there for a year, kind of learned a lot of the skills.
Preparation was a must, as Bryan had the wisdom to train and apprentice with some of the top builders in the nation.
Eventually landed at SoCal Speed Shop and began apprenticing with some of the metal guys there and the painters, and really learned a lot there. And eventually I got a job with Chip Foose over at Foose Design after about a year of begging, of course.
While working at Foose, Fuller started working on his own dream. He picked a design vehicle that would not be perceived as a threat to his boss.
So what I did was I started doing custom bicycles, and it wasn't competing with my bosses, you know what I mean? They didn't care, it was fine. I'm building bicycles, who cares? So I did these kind of motorcycle-inspired bicycles. They had tanks, they had fenders, they had full custom paint. I mean, they were like, I sold, the last three I sold for like $5,000 each.
When a gent wanting to have a bike built who also had some space available came to Fuller, Bryan knew this was the door he was waiting to open.
I've been building all these custom bicycles, and I wanted to shift into motorcycles. And I was looking to open my own place, and I had a guy, Ben Logue, who was in Atlanta, and he said, hey man, I'll be your first customer. I got a free place for you to work when you build the bike. And so it was kind of one of those easy deals.
Of course, when opportunity knocks, the real talented ones take full advantage, and Bryan got off to a killer start with his first creation.
Moved out there, built this new, what I call it, a Texas T is what it was. And when I got it finished, we took it to the World Championship here in Vegas. And on my very first bike, we got 4th place in the world out of probably 100, I think there were 160, 70 bikes there.
The Artistry and Iron show in Vegas also gave Fuller a chance to show his wares, and Bryan was excited to be invited.
To be invited, this was my second bike that I just got done with. I mean, to be invited to this competition was just ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really sure how it happened.
Fuller was also anxious to include a technical school in his building of his award-winning bike.
The bike we built this year for Artistry and Iron is, we're calling it the VC Tech Indian. And the neat thing about it is that we built it at a tech school. It's a new tech school. We're trying to get the word out about it. And they're located down in Birmingham, Alabama. And it's a really neat deal because the president of the school, we were talking, he's like, hey, we want to promote the school, and you want to be our spokesperson or whatever. And I'm like, man, I just not really, it's not really my deal. But if you want to do something to promote the school, let's build something. I like to build things.
Fuller was also quick to give the credit to the school and the students who put this 9-month project together.
Other than the hard parts of the frame, the engine, and wheels and that kind of thing, other than the hard parts, we built everything in-house. We built all the sheet metal in the sheet metal class. We, 4 of the paint instructors painted it. The custom paint instructor, Mark Prosser, did all the pinstriping and the gold leaf. The upholstery instructor did the seat, and it's the first time he'd ever done rawhide leather. And, so really cool kids. There were like 10 kids that did all the block sanding, and kids were helping throughout the thing. They're like 18 to 21.
Fuller was truly honored to be able to showcase his labor of love on such an outstanding stage as Las Vegas.
To me, it's the coolest thing about this bike. It's not really how it's built or what it looks like. To me, it's just where it was built, and the kids are just, the kids are just totally stoked, to see a project from beginning to end in 9 months. You know what I mean? All the way through, and then to come to one of the best shows in the planet and be able to compete with the world's best is just, really a pretty amazing thing.
Bryan Fuller's vision and wisdom goes well beyond his years as he plans to build a complete line of products to sustain his building passion.
My plan with Fuller Hot Rods really is to, we want to kind of become a specialty parts and clothing manufacturer. So basically I want to be able to supply unique tires, wheels, rollers, and that kind of thing to builders who are looking for something that's, stylish, functional, and looking for something different.
Bryan Fuller is not only one of the top new builders, he is very happy to be doing his work at his pace.
Now, life's pretty good. We're having a good time. It's pretty cool right now because it's small enough and it's quaint enough that, I can walk to work with my dog. I go in, I build my toys. I got one guy helping me. It's kind of exciting time because it's the beginning, and, it's fun to watch, kind of a childhood dream finally, starting to kind of take on a life of its own. So life's good, man. I really enjoy it.
This is Dan Derringer reporting for the Motorcycle Monster from the Las Vegas Artistry and Iron.